Hello, hello, hello. It's Lydia Diamond at Tea Talk today. We are very happy to be here, busy making our ancestors proud. And my topic for today, since it's November 2025, it's Diabetes Awareness Month. And I am a type 2 insulin-dependent diabetic, and I'm in my 11th year, and diabetes is ridiculous. Some of the symptoms that they talk about are true, like exhaustion, thirst, no energy, and some of the things that they talk about or they recommend are not true. For me personally, you see those ads about Ozempic and Mounjaro, the new weight loss medication that's supposed to be helping folks, but it's not geared towards helping a type 2 diabetic. It's more geared towards obesity. And I haven't been obese in a long time. Diabetes is draining me. I fight to eat, I fight to taste, and I definitely have poor eating habits, but I've struggled to continue to do better so that I could feel better. But type 2 diabetes is a pandemic, so to speak, because so many people are being fed bad information. And when I say bad information, recently on Facebook, social media, there are these AI images of celebrities talking about what they've been through with type 2 diabetes. And artificial intelligence is bullshit. Because Morgan Freeman's ad about diabetes caught my eye. He's one of my favorite actors, been around a long time, but why I say it's AI is because did he really partner with Elon Musk to get folks to listen to his story and then buy these pills that's supposed to be magical? Like they're gonna cure diabetes, which is bullshit. Diabetes is not anything to joke with, and it's not anything that you should be misinformed about. And another actor that's one of my favorites is Tom Hanks. And I remember Tom Hanks when he first was diagnosed and he came out with it, and he told the truth. At least I believed him. But the one with Morgan Freeman, I completely did not believe and did not appreciate because it was fake news. Must have been talking to Trump too. Anyway, I want to share my journey for the past 11 years with being insulin dependent. Now, 11 years ago, I had my third surgery on my spine. And I was in a 3-car collision in 2001. I had 3 surgeries on my spine, and my body has never been the same. But after that third surgery, I became insulin dependent. And it's been a struggle every day since then. And recently, since the pandemic, I've gone through a couple of doctors, and let me just say, I don't trust the healthcare system. It fell apart during the pandemic, and it hasn't recovered. So even when it comes to your primary care physician, you got to be on your P's and Q's because medical malpractice happens. And unfortunately, I just lost a family member to medical malpractice. But let me get back to me. So, the last surgery was in 2014. And then in 2015, I had a major stroke. So it was a year into my type 2 insulin dependence. Now, from then to now, I want to say this year, I was put on Ozempic. I don't know why, but I was put on Ozempic on top of taking a fast-acting insulin called Novolog and a long-acting insulin called Tresiba, and then Ozempic. So my doctor put me on all three, but she never said, don't take this one, take this one, or stop taking this one and start this one. She expected me to take all three insulins, and it made absolutely no sense, and I didn't do it. You know, when I started Ozempic alone, and since I started Ozempic this year, I feel like I've been more tired, more exhausted. You know, I've had pain in my legs when it comes to walking. I'm going to take a bone scan today because it's just been so much on my body. Insulin is because of high blood sugars. And my blood sugars would be in the 300s. And fast acting, my sugar would drop too fast. I'd shake and sweat. You know, my sugar would drop too low. Long lasting, my sugar would drop slowly, you know? And so I've been exhausted with that and battling that every day for the past 11 years. And I feel like diabetes is a death sentence because I try very hard to maintain my sugar levels, to be good when it comes to healthy eating. I try to, you know, it's not about how much sugar you eat, you know, although we were taught that it's all about the sugar you eat, but it's not true. And now they have, what's bananas is now they have doctors, white doctors saying that you need to see a black doctor, or black doctors saying white doctors never tested, you know, this on black people, only on white people. So we getting white people medication that should be geared towards black people, you know, as if we are so different. And it's a lot of misinformation out there that could really drive you bonkers, and it's stressful. You know, can we get the truth out of any damn body? Oh, I feel bad for, you know, young people with the type 1 diabetes. I wonder what they go through. I saw some young people in the other paper, which is the local paper for South Burlington, and they were trying to raise money for type 1 diabetes. And I tried to get them to come on the show and let's compare notes and collaborate, and it didn't work out, unfortunately. And it's not too late. If you just so happen to be watching this, you know who you are. I would still love to have you here on T-Talk. But diabetes is so exhausting. Now, I was 42 when I was first told I was pre-diabetic. And what they don't tell you is you need to make drastic changes to your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, as well as your diet and exercise. You need to make drastic changes immediately. You know, they don't give you that, or they don't tell you that. Immediately, they put you on metformin, which is disgusting and made me sick regularly, where I couldn't function outside the house. I could do nothing. And then there's just way too many medications that don't even allow you to function. They cloud your judgment. And, you know, they don't tell you anything about side effects. The damn side effects. So I want to say that diabetes is nothing to play with. It is a deadly disease for so many, and people just cannot get a straight answer. There's no cure, you know. And I have a cousin, and her name is Risha. I love her to death. And she's been a type 2 diabetic for something like 25 years, and she just started dialysis, you know, which is scary as hell. But I pray her strength and healing regularly, you know. Diabetes is running rampant in my family. Both of my sisters have been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes recently. My youngest sister has had so many allergic reactions, you know, to her medications, as well as, you know, the shots, the shots we got for the pandemic. She's been, you know, allergic to those, you know. And then my sister up under me, a year younger than me, has been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes as well. You know, I mean, my daughter, my only daughter, type 2 diabetic, you know, since she gave birth to her last son, who's 14 now, and my daughter is insulin dependent. And it's just, it makes no sense. We all related, everybody diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, but even when in conversation, nothing other than the fact that, you know, Ozempic is like the top medication now, and it works for some and it doesn't work for others, you know. But I do remember when it first came out, it was all about being obese and a big weight loss medication, you know. Do I look obese? Don't make me stand up. Anyway, I'm struggling with this type 2 diabetes because I have zero energy. You know, I have no strength. I'm doing aquatic PT. It's just not enough. You know, I can't get another body, and I'm doing my best to maintain with the one that I have. But all of these different medications, you know, the side effects, is it about history and where you come from and who you come from, or is it in the air? See, I'm about to cuss. I'm not. But it's very stressful. You know, I got a couple new gray hairs I don't appreciate. But I love that my sister under me, she's a vegan. You know, she lives the vegan lifestyle. And so for her to be diagnosed was a shocker, you know, because being a vegan is being healthy, you know. No dairy, no milk, no cheese, you know. And she makes these amazing vegan ribs that I absolutely love. But she won't share the recipe, so I got to wait for her to cook. But if you don't know, Empress Levi Soul Food, that's my sister. And it don't make sense for her to be a type 2 diabetic on insulin with her healthy living, because being a vegan is healthy living. Oh, boy. But there are a few other social media celebrities out there with these AI stories that are just bullshit. I mean, if you pay attention and listen to what they're saying, you can tell it's not real, it's AI. You know, because I've been a fan of Morgan Freeman for a long time. I mean, I can't call like his very first film, but he's big time. You know, he's someone I look forward to watching in just about anything, you know, like Denzel. But that artificial intelligence advertisement that he did talking about what he'd been through with type 2 diabetes, it hurt me to my heart because I knew it wasn't true, you know. But it was about selling a product that probably was all about money, capitalism. Y'all get on my nerves. It don't make sense to be wealthy and you want to be wealthier. You know, you need to have all the damn money. Okay, I'm starting to think in terms of chump. Anyway, forgive me. If you're a type 2 diabetic and you have some good information, some good, authentic, true information, I would love to hear it. You know, read it, research it, because I'm only 62 and I want to live a little longer. I got 7 grandbabies to celebrate. And, I want my energy back. I want those good, strong bones back. I feel like I'm suffering in a way, but nobody hears me, you know? Anyway, it's Diabetes Awareness Month, November 2025. And I want to say thank you for allowing me this platform called Tea Talk with Lydia Diamond. Oh, excuse me. Thank you. I've enjoyed each and every one of you who have sent me a message and, a thank you. Can you believe that there's an economic boycott coming up from November 25th to December 2nd? And it's all over social media. And it's all about everybody's tired. I mean, I'm exhausted, yes, with type 2 diabetes, but I'm also exhausted with the bullshit. No SNAP benefits this month. That hurt. And it's not okay to cause more harm. Isn't there enough chaos going on in the world? So, on top of the economic boycott, they boycotting Thanksgiving and Christmas because people are tired, especially black people when it comes to the black dollar. The black dollar matters just as much as any other dollar on the planet. And that goes for them hoarders of the dollars, the Elon Musks and the chump. Oh, the parasite. And it's not okay to cause more harm to those of us that don't have money like the rest of y'all. So, I'm going to end on that note. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you greatly.